My eye looks terrible today. I hate this. This is too long. It's too long. It's probably terrible because I just took a shower and I washed my face and it does not like the irritation. I try to avoid it, but you know, it's so delicate. Honestly, the worst part is this right here. Okay, enough about that. It's Tuesday. I leave Friday morning. I probably am gonna leave my house at like, I have to leave before 5 a.m. because I think my flight is at 6, which means it boards at 5:30. So I need to be at, and I have a check bag. I need to calculate that. I don't travel as much, like, since I moved here, and so I don't have it down. I don't have my timing down yet, especially because sometimes I take an Uber and sometimes I drive. Because if I'm gone for longer than a week, it's not worth it to leave my car there. Ubering is cheaper. But if it's shorter than a week, then the Uber is going to cost more money than if I leave my car there. So, today's Tuesday. I absolutely am going to work out today. I already am in workout clothes. So, I'm going to do it. Gotta do it, gonna do it. And I need to decide my shopping list. We're going in with a plan. The last time I went to Rhinebeck, I had been saving money so that I could just buy whatever I wanted. And I literally that day, so I think we had flown out on Thursday, Friday or something. That day, I got a bonus for winning an award at work. So it was just all sorts of things. And I literally did go crazy. I bought so much yarn, most of which I did not knit with. It's in here. Some of it I have. Actually, hilariously enough, the cowl that I made, the Rhinebeck cowl, used yarn that I bought at Rhinebeck. I didn't even think about that. That's fun. So, what I want to do today is come up with my shopping list, which is just going to be going through pattern books and patterns. Wow, every time I look at myself, I'm like, wow, your eye, that is crazy. Going through pattern books, patterns, and picking out things that I want to knit or that I have wanted to knit and I do not have the yarn for, and just probably just taking pictures of it and then putting in a folder on my phone. Pictures of the actual project plus the yarn needed, and then some notes about what I might want. So that's the game plan. It's a little after 1 o'clock. I have 4 more meetings today, and then I am home free to go to Orange Theory because I'm doing it. Haven't had lunch yet, so I'm going to, again with the leftovers here, I'm going to use the hot dogs that I had bought for a different recipe that requires me to make milk bread. But I'm going to use 2 hot dogs and wrap them in phyllo dough because that is what I have. I do have some puff pastry, but I didn't defrost that. So we're gonna use the phyllo dough, wrap the hot dog. Should I put cheese in it? Yes, I will put cheese in it. And then I'll stick it in the oven. What temperature? How long? I don't know. 350 for 10 minutes and then we check? How long does puff pastry need? 15 minutes to bake, and it wants 400. So what if we just do that? 400, I'll put it in for 10, but I'll think 15, and I'll just check during my meeting, which should be okay because the next meeting that I have is more of a one-on-one with somebody that's on my team. So it's not as formal, it's just the two of us, so it won't be a big deal for me to get up and go look at my oven. So that is what we're doing. Do you like my sweater? I saw it online. This is, I think, one of the first and only Instagram purchases I've ever done. I love the print. I hate the material that the sweater is made out of. It's like made out of plastic. It has no stretch, like literally there's no stretch other than here. The sleeves, because there's no stretch, the sleeves are too short if I do that. Yeah, so there's no give in the shoulders, there's nothing, but it's so cute that I still wear it, but I would not recommend whatever this brand is. I feel like it's probably like a crappy Chinese brand, like Shein or something, but can you see? Emery Rose. Like, even the name is cute. The sweater, as cute as it looks, it feels terrible. But I'm wearing it over top of my Disney Princess Challenge shirt because I had a meeting with an AVP today, and I thought, you know, this would be better than this. So, yes. I managed to only eat one of them, so I'm gonna try to eat the second one before my third meeting. I feel drained. It's only Tuesday. I tried to start with such a good attitude at work, but as the day progresses, it just wears on me. Every meeting I go into, whether I schedule the meeting or I was invited, asked to join, or I'm just like optional, like my name gets called to provide an update, an insight, or a question is asked. And it's just, half the time, it has nothing to do with what my team does. I don't know if it's just like my name's on so many emails, so people just feel like they can dump the work onto my lap, is what it feels like. And I don't know, I feel like it's not even intentional. But because so many people do it, it gets so overwhelming because I can't say no. I can't, like, I feel the need to assist because I don't like looking dumb. And I know not knowing the answer to a problem that doesn't even stem from my team doesn't mean I'm dumb. But internally I feel dumb. Like, I feel like I need to know, not the whole answer, but I need to know an answer. I need to have an answer to all questions that are posed to me. Because I feel dumb. I feel like I'm a disappointment. I feel like I'm not worth my position if I don't have an answer. Is that the whatever that complex is where you feel like you're imposter syndrome? Is that what this is? I don't know, but it's so frustrating and draining. It's so draining. And it's like, this isn't new. I've had this at every single job I've ever had where, you know, my role is let's say my role is beach. Let's do a Ken analogy. Let's say my role is beach. My job is beach. But the beach touches the ocean. So I should probably understand the ocean. And so now my role is still beach. But if you have an ocean question, I'll help you. Oh, but there's also like turtles in the ocean. They're never on the beach, but they're inside the ocean. Maybe shark would be a better usage. Shark, let's use shark. Sharks are never on the beach. So I never touch them. I never physically see them because I'm beach, remember? I'm beach. I'm not ocean, I'm beach. But the sharks are in the ocean. And because I need to know about the ocean, because people who come to beach also come to ocean, they may also interact with shark. And so I need to know that there is a thing called shark in ocean. And once I know that there is a thing called shark, I also need to know more about shark. And then, oh yeah, there's also dolphin. So I need to know dolphin. And that's how I feel. I can't just stop. It's not good enough for me to know that next to beach is ocean. Does that make any sense? Very quickly, I need to put shoes on, get my purse. Do I even need to get my purse? No, I don't think I even need my purse. I need shoes, and I need to hope that my wrist thing is in the car and that it's charged. Actually, now that it's cold, I'm gonna need to take that out of my car so that I don't break it. It's a heart rate monitor, but I need to get going because I booked my spot in the class and then said, you need to close your computer. And then I got a ping. And so it is now after 5:15 and class starts in 15 minutes. Why do I do this to myself? Hilariously, my first class in October was a 500 meter benchmark row, which honestly was exhausting. For the first time ever, when I got back on the treadmill, I got dizzy and I had to like hyper concentrate on not being dizzy and not having like the world spin. But it was a good class. Yeah, it felt good. I felt very tired at the end of it, which I think is tired in a good way though. So pretty good. Do you see that light? That's the sun. I wonder if it's gonna come off as crazy red pink as it is in the side. I don't know. I don't think I mean, it's definitely there, but it doesn't portray how neon orange it is. If you can see the color inside of my apartment. Over there too, right? Isn't that crazy? It helps that I have this light on because you can see that, you know, this is a white light. That is definitely a, right, sailor beware? I don't remember. I can better show you my Asunder shawl. This is on Ravelry. So here it is. It's long and medium narrow depth. See, I don't know if you can see that the silver has that green tint. It used to be a cool tone purple. And then of course you have these drop stitches, which are the green. This is Primrose Yarn Co. when they were like doing acid dye. Now they just do more rustic yarns. And then the green, I think, is either Mad Tosh or it's also Primrose. I can't remember at this point. So yeah, the shawl is very nice. I think I ran out of yarn at the end, but looking at it, I don't think you can tell that I did. And it does have that rounded point thing, so when you stretch it, it's got a little pooch. It's like my stomach. It's the shawl pooch. Is that a thing? Right there. It's the shawl pooch. So there you go. Nice under. See, there's the shawl pooch. I'm decided. There's my hair's done this for my entire life. I have pictures of like me playing soccer and my hair does this like that. I learned to hairspray it. Not in high school though. I don't know why I didn't think about it in high school. I hairsprayed it in my adult life when I go to Orange Theory, when I'm like really caring about my hair. Anyway, I've decided to make one of my favorite meals for dinner. It's minimal effort. I am almost positive I have made this on a vlog before, but you take an acorn squash, which this is a really big one. I got it at, did I get it at Kroger? I don't remember. So you take an acorn squash, you cut it in half, you put it in a pan that is like an 8x8 pan. Normally what I use, I'm not sure if this is going to be too big for the 8x8. And then you put on the bottom chicken stock and garlic. You put in the oven for like an hour at 400, and then you take it out. You get the chicken stock and the garlic, you mash the garlic up, and then you pour it inside the two halves of the eggplant, of the acorn squash, along with heavy whipping cream. And then you put salt and pepper on top of it, and you stick it back in the oven and broil it for 5 minutes, and done. It's one of my favorite meals. I love eating this so much. I also recommend just cutting up acorn squash and salt and peppering it and putting it in the oven to bake. It is amazing. This is probably my favorite squash. I don't know why restaurants don't use acorn squash more. You get a lot of butternut squash, pumpkin, even spaghetti squash you don't see that much. But I don't think I've ever seen acorn squash. I love acorn squash so much. I mean, granted, those are the only two ways that I eat it, but I eat acorn squash a lot relative to repeat things that I eat. I've been craving some knitting from patterns that I own and that are in books. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab some of them and just see if I can come up with some potential things to shop for. Do I want to just go for sweaters, or should I also look at shawls? I feel like these days all I do is shop for sweaters, and maybe I should pick some shawls, because that will, you know, if I see the perfect thing, that's less yarn to purchase for.